Alright guys, so this is the building of the shed part 1. Right now it's about 4 or 5 o'clock here in New York, so I'm gonna do the best I can. I'll build the base, see where I can get started. If I need to finish it tomorrow, I'll finish it, but in the meantime, this is the box, the small one. As I assume it would be the base slash borders metals. First thing first, I gotta say, package wise, could have done better, because as you can see, this is a little bent, but I wouldn't say, the material feels kind of like plastic. So this part of metal, I'm assuming this has to do with the front. So I'm just gonna, what I'm gonna do is put all the parts together, what needs to be done. I'm gonna read the instruction real quick, and then once I can figure out the base, I'll do that then. And this is the other box. I need to open it, and this is where it's going. So let's get this thing started. Oh, by the way, it's only me, so I have no help. And let's see how long it takes me. Alright guys, so this is the big box. This one came on. Not sure what this is for. I'm assuming it has to do with the top. You got the screws, you got 1 billion screws in there. These are the panels, so I am going to read the manual instructions, which is here. And then, sorry, I'm charging my phone. And it comes with some gloves. Not that I will be using them, but it is what it is. Thank you. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Alright guys, this is the second phase. I was able to put the sides together, and then I'm starting to put the tops over here. So I had to stop because it's getting dark and mosquitoes, and they're not friendly over here. So tomorrow's another day. This is worth almost an hour worth of work, I would say, almost. Just because you have to read, just to make sure everything goes to the right spot. I've messed up a few times, but you get it. It's not hard. So I'm gonna watch a video on YouTube to see if I can speed the process tomorrow. So after work, I'll come in, probably do another hour or two, see how it goes. And in the meantime, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate the love. Alright guys, so this is day 2. Took us about an hour, a little bit of an hour to do this. We finally put the side panels together. So basically all you have to do is just let me put to the side. You just have to put this on top, and then you screw. And then this is the border. This is not scratch, this is plastic to protect it. So so far so good. And then it's a repeat process, right? So once everything is done, so far I've already screwed onto the floor. We have about 8 screws, I would say, 3 each side. So it's screwed to the ground, so it's not going anywhere. This is already done here, and I think, yeah, once the screw is up, it's a little loose because there's a screw that goes on top. So tomorrow we're gonna start with the roof, and then hopefully we can finish it. So I work from home. So day 2, it wasn't bad. It's just a lot of screws, but honestly, if I was to do this with someone else, which I'm doing with my little sister, it would take me about 3 hours top. And the only reason why it's taking me that long is because you really have to make sure that you don't screw up, right? So if you know what you're doing, it would take less, probably an hour and a half, 2 most. But for the most part, it's a lot of screws, so trying to figure out where the part goes, make sure you do it once and done. But so far so good. So the paneling, to be honest with you, they're not the most sturdy ones, but again, It's not something I'm going to be putting a lot of heavy stuff in there, so it's mostly going to be toys, so for sure it's going to do its job. So stay tuned for phase 3, I guess, and hopefully the last phase. And again, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, if you have been watching for this long. So thanks. All right, guys, phase 3. So last night I made a phase 3, but I wasn't satisfied with it. Now that it is sunny, nice and bright, this is phase 3. It was raining last night, windy, and even though I'm not done with the shed, I'm still standing. So kind of happy with that. So phase 3 is all about putting the roof up and getting things done. So hopefully I can get that done today. Well, within a couple hours, because I don't have all day to finish this. So this is phase 3. So now it's all about, this is installed. I think once the roof goes on top, it should be good enough, I hope. So let's see what happens. It's a little shaky, but you know, it's one of those things, sometimes you gotta figure it out, right? So let's see what happens. This was easy. Follow the directions and then you'll be able to put this together. All right, so next step, I'm gonna put this bar on top with the roof. So let's see what happens. All right, guys, finally this is done. So as you guys can see, the shed is all done, put together. It's a little slope. I did it that way for a reason. It's fine for me. So I don't care if you guys are looking at it and be like, oh, why is it tilted? It's tilted because of a reason. You know, but whatever, it's still good for me personally. Overall, I'll give the shed putting together wise, it wasn't so bad. Again, you need 2 people, 3-4 hours, you get this done. 2 people, if you know what you're doing, 2.5. Now that I've done this, it would take me 2.5 hours to get this done, but that's just me, right? I didn't know what I was doing, so it took a little while. I had someone who was bad at direction. I'm not gonna say names. My sister. Anyway, I trusted her, but anyway, so I had to fix a few things. So the shed is done, as you guys can see. You know, even though the materials is not as strong as I was expecting them to be, obviously it's cheap. Let me rephrase that. Even though the material is not as strong as they, you know, they don't look strong, but they're not that strong. I think this can last a while, unless you drop a tree or a rock on top of it. Now, I know, ironically, I'm talking about trees, branches, but I'm okay with this tree being on top because of the fact that this tree is not going to go anywhere, even when it gets windy. I've noticed this spot. I've been here for years. I've never seen a branch over here on this side, so that's one reason why I put it. And plus, no matter how many space I have in the backyard, I could not put it on that side, even though that's where I wanted to put it, in that corner. But for my town, they told me no, so I had to put it here. Anyway, nonetheless, let me give you guys a quick tour. This is it. When you open it, opens wide. It has the 2 latches on the side. You pop them, and then I have to clean it because the ceiling wasn't open last night. It poured, so obviously that's one reason why it's dirty. But for the most part, it's, you know, it will hold for sure, you know, and because they give you support for every corner to make sure that nothing falls apart, you know. Like, you just have to make sure you do everything the way you're supposed to, follow the instructions. I thought it was gonna be bigger, but it's okay for what I'm trying to do. But I definitely was expecting to be taller. But again, that's me, my miscalculations, whatever. It is what it is. This is gonna be used for toys and crap, so I don't need something that extra tall anyway. Maybe my next home, but for the most part, this is the door. You know, you can lock it easily. So, and this is the side. I'm gonna show you guys the roof real quick. So I missed a couple of rubbers, but for me, what I did was I put some caulking around it, so to make sure to seal it off. So when it pours, it has a place to go. The water doesn't go inside. That's just reinsurance for myself. But this is the roof. And, you know, overall, I would give this out of 5 or 3 star, just because it looks nice and it's gonna be doing what it's supposed to be doing. But as far as like material wise, it's a 2 out of 10. So if you have more money to spend on the shed, do it. I didn't want to spend $1,000 more than what I spent on this. I'm satisfied with the money I spent on that, even though I just have to be careful because it can easily get bent. You just gotta be careful with that, just so you know, okay? But besides that, I'll give it a 3.5 stars. So, but the purpose of this video, guys, is to show you, if you are interested in this shed, this is what you're getting. All right. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my other videos on my YouTube channel. Please help support this channel. I'm just trying to do something different. That's one reason why my face is never on camera like that. Yeah, I'm not that handsome anyway, but still. But the video is for you guys to see what you're getting, because I did not see any videos about this shed online when I was interested. Only got some people put some pictures on on Amazon, but that's about it. Not helpful enough for some people who are very interested and want to see more. So hopefully this video was very helpful. And again, thank you for watching. Come back to see what's next on the list, because I got some more stuff that I'm purchasing on Amazon. So, and enjoy. Peace.